how are you?
I'm good. How are you, Marli?
I'm really well. Yes, really well. I got to go to the hairdresser the other day, so I feel I feel like I'm coming out as things are opening up and being able
Oh,
to
fantastic.
feel a bit more normal.
I will June 9th, my appointment in a few days.
Good. Well, thanks for spending a little bit of time having a chat with me, and maybe you'd like to start by introducing yourself.
Absolutely. So my name is KathrynMoconnell. I am living in Phnom Penh, Cambodia. I am a mom, and I have two children, Alana, who's age 11, and DJ, who's age 9. And I'm also the head of a school. So I lead an international school that has about, when we're open, 270 students. It's called the Giving Tree International School. And I've been in education about 25 years.
Wow.
And 23 of those years have been in the classroom. So I'm a new to educational administration leader.
Right. Okay. So you're there in Cambodia. Has the pandemic and COVID-19 impacted you at all?
Absolutely. And it's been a very interesting time because much of Cambodia is open, but the schools are not.
Wow.
And we closed really around the same time. March 17th was, I believe, the day that we were notified. It was a Saturday, and we were notified at like 8 o'clock on a Saturday night from a press conference. It was really immediate, and I had met with the other heads of school in Phnom Penh, and we had not predicted that Cambodia would close its schools. The impetus for that was that one of the heads of school in Cambodia got COVID. He was one of the first big people to have COVID within the Phnom Penh city limits.
Oh, I see.
So how we had to change, we had to pivot immediately to online learning.
What?
Teachers we stopped on Friday and we were coming back on Monday. And then we took Monday to prepare. And on Tuesday, we were up and online, and teachers were doing Zoom, making their own YouTube videos, exploring things like Padlet. So the teachers were amazing. And we had kind of been preparing, thinking about what are they doing in Vietnam? What are they doing in China? So we had some connections. We had prepared a schedule. We were semi-prepared, but the amount of learning that the teachers had to do was massive. And the amount of learning that the parents had to do and the students had to do to access new apps and new platforms, that was an intense change that we expected would only last for a few weeks, and it lasted the entire rest of the school year for 11 weeks total.
Okay.
We are still not open, even though the country is very open.
That's really interesting. Okay. So, and how long did it kind of take to adapt? The teachers, the students, the parents?
I don't think we have adapted yet. It's still because people, like our families, they are working because it hasn't been a full shutdown. So they're not at home with their kids. So a lot of people are not completely happy with the online learning that has been happening in the school.
Yeah.
We have done our best, and we have a lot of parents that are happy, but generally in the city, students have gone from a full day, where they leave the house at 7 o'clock and they come back at, 4:35 to online learning, which is shorter in duration, because many of us educators feel that there should not be a full day of screen time. And that's not what's best for kids or teachers, to sit in front of a screen the entire day. We cannot recreate the classroom online.
Yeah. Okay. So what have you learned? What has been the learning for you?
An amazing amount of new skills. I had never heard of scenario planning. Marli, we've talked about crisis management. These are areas that I had no idea and no skill in. Now I can plan different scenarios, give different budgets. I understand labor laws and contracts to a new extent.
Yep.
I've learned how to not take things personally, because emotions are heightened at this time.
Yeah.
And also I've developed a lot of self-awareness about who I am as a leader. And part of that has been my coaching work with you, which has been just really, really amazing. So I think I've learned the importance of having a coach. And those are kind of the things that are professional and at work, but at home too, I've learned the importance of my self-care routines, meditation, yoga, a good night's sleep, listening to the thoughts of my children, and then really the dangers of disconnection, both for my own children, for my students in the school, and for the teachers. Being separated and not seeing each other has had an effect on the way we work together as a team.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that is something that is huge. And I think it's something that we'll all, as leaders, will start realizing, the impact of that disconnection, right? We keep talking about, we're connected this way and this way, but it's just there's something missing, right? And how has what is missing around that human connection, how will that impact us?
And I thought about you and your neuro-linguistic programming and mirror neurons. We're with ourselves all day. We're not having those interactions and having those face-to-face conversations and regulating ourselves through other people. We have been alone and isolated, even in our online connection.
Even in the online, that's right. And even though we can see each other's face, there's so much that we miss, right? From here down, and the energy of being together in the room. Yeah, great.
Very different.
So what do you hope for the future? What are you looking forward to?
I really hope that the lessons that come out of this are that schools are massively important.
Yes.
They are a part of our society that we should fund well, that teachers should be paid well, that schools should have a variety of funding sources.
Yes.
Because when we are just tuition based, when people decide not to pay tuition, it is very difficult moving forward. It is very difficult. I think there's a real misunderstanding from parents of private schools. And I know in Australia, private and public are different than they are for Americans. But for me, a private school means that parents pay tuition and the tuition funds the functioning, the rent, the electricity, all the bills. And so I really hope that we can emphasize the importance of schools, the role that schools play in the future in creating generations of society, and that we can make those schools humane workplaces.
Wonderful. Good. Well, looking forward to see where to from here, and we'll keep in touch, and maybe we'll do a follow-up in another term.
That would be fantastic.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Great.
Thanks, Kate. I really appreciate your time. It's been great chatting.
Thank you, Marli.
Okay.
As always, I enjoy chatting with you.
Okay. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.